Rollout Show. It is time to laugh.
It's the Rollout Show. It's the Rollout Show. It's the Rollout Show. It's the Rollout Show. Once again, it's on. It's the Rollout Show with another dope episode. So here we go. Rollout Studios. Keeping it real, it's about to go down, y'all. You know the deal. Now speed doggy dog. You know he got that heat. The funniest
Motherfucker you ever gonna meet.
Nicky Bam, where you at, girl?
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Let's get it in like a soul train jam. I did your rhyme scene, hit him with a fat mix, ripping in with the long beats with the dope shit. Teddy Ambrose.
Heaven
Got
high.
me singing like Luther Vandross.
Never too much.
The shoes that coming in to say hey. Giving up for my big homie, Mr. Ray. Ladies and gentlemen, we back, y'all.
Yeah. Roll out. Roll out. Roll out.
It's the Rollout Show.
Roll out. Roll out. Roll out.
It's the Rollout Show. It's the Rollout Show.
Live music right here.
Are you ready for the Rollout Show? Turn up on your sound and we're ready to go. It's the Rollout, 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 Rollout Show. We got live bass in here, live keys you see, all the comedy you want to hear from me. Here comes Speedy,
Yeah.
Nicky Pam, and Tangy. Woo! Roll out, roll out,
Linwood.
roll out.
Lemons in the building.
Roll out, roll out, roll out. It's the
Rollout Show.
Don't need speed
Roll
enough.
out, roll out, roll out.
It's the Rollout Show.
Roll out, roll out, roll out.
It's the Rollout Show.
Roll out, roll out. Hey, it's a Tuesday, New Music Tuesday, yeah. It's a Tuesday, the funny motherfucker you ever met,
Yeah, Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday,
Yeah.
roll out Tuesday. With Speed, Nicky Pam, and Tangy, here we go. Roll out,
Ronnie in the
roll
building.
out.
It's the Rollout Show.
Roll out, roll out, roll out.
It's the Rollout Show.
Roll out, roll out, roll out.
It's the Rollout Show.
Roll out, roll out. Hey. Roll out with me, baby. Roll out with me, darling. Yeah, yeah. Roll out with me, baby. Here we go, here we go. Hey, roll out, roll out, roll out.
It's the Rollout Show.
Roll out, roll out, roll out.
It's the Rollout Show.
Roll out, roll out, roll out.
It's the Rollout Show.
Roll out, roll out. Hey.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Round of applause, y'all. Make some noise.
We hot. I mean, we
Live music. Yeah, hey, Tandy, whatever your name is. Thank you, Blue. There.
yeah,
Roll out. Let me see if I can.
we was hot.
I felt like using the studio. Roll out. Where the bitch is at? Roll out. You know, it's the Rollout Show right here at rolloutstudios.com. It's your boy, Sweet Doggy Dog, the funniest motherfucker you ever gonna meet. Why?
Why?
Because we're never going to meet Jamie Foxx.
But you can meet me.
When, Speedy?
On the 29th of this month, you can meet me at the Ha Ha Comedy Club. 3 shows only.
3, 5, and 8. So get there at 2, 4, and 7.
Bam, in your face.
So you can get
And
in.
it's absolutely free. It's
Free.
what, y'all?
Free. Free.
Free. So you don't have to pay nothing. All you got to do is go online to
Eventbrite and go to Roll Out Live, and or even if you're watching the show right now, go right below those pictures of right there and just go in the description and click the link, and you can reserve your tickets. Seating is limited, so have at it.
And I
And listen. We're not going to have a sign at the show that says it's free. So, brothers, y'all can bring your girl. You tell her, look, baby.
Yeah, all right, took care of this.
Speedy's doing this thing, and I got it all taken care of.
Got us a hookup.
I got us a hookup. I just want you to put on your best and come on out so I can show you off. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
And then you bring her, and she'll think you spent a lot of money, and she'll be all impressed, and you
Yeah.
might get some later.
Yeah, but tickets are going fast, and I know black folks, we do a lot of stuff at the last minute.
They'll do it this
You can
time.
last
Do it
minute
this
if you
time.
want to.
Go to.
You're gonna be outside.
Right.
It's only 160 seats per show, and then we got VIP, so you might as well cut that down. So
Right.
you might be outside after you done told your girl you spent this money, and now you're outside with DJ Ron
And that's not cool.
and Linwood Lemons, and then your pockets look like rabbit ears.
Oh,
and
wow.
you gotta figure
Getting
that out.
aside. I'm bringing the doors down or something.
In the house we got.
Nikki Pam.
In the house we
Can you
got.
turn me up?
Blue Mitchell.
In the house we got.
Tangi Ambrose, Heaven High.
In the house we got.
DJ Ron C, I'm in the building. I'm back. He finally paid his dues, so I'm here.
Hilarious.
I'm not playing no music, but I'm here today.
Yeah.
It's all the hand clapping for, damn it.
You know, that's how we get down.
Linwood Lemons in the
Linwood
building.
Lemons in the building.
You know what I'm saying?
Also on the piano, well,
That's a keyboard.
synthesizer.
Okay, you want to go old
Go
school?
old school.
There you go.
Casio. That's a Yamaha. On the board we have.
We have Sure Will.
All
And then
right.
also on bass we have Stoney Dixon, and they
That's a bass
are,
name right there.
Yeah, it is. That's like
Stoney
a
got
hell
to be
of-
something in life.
Stoney Dixon.
Stoney can't do no
love it.
robberies. Stick him up. What's your name, Stoney? Everybody get on the ground.
No. Stoney Dixon.
Yeah.
Got to say the whole name,
I
speak
will
the whole
not. So I stopped where I needed to. Thank you, brothers, for coming out, man. Hell of a on point. Tell me exactly which band you guys actually played in, where you came up from. How did music get into your life?
Well, you know what? I'll let Will go first.
All right, Will.
I'm a smooth jazz artist.
I could tell you started off smooth, like, look here, ask me all the goddamn
And then
questions.
just push that up to your mouth a little bit. That's
I've
what-
been
there we go.
There you
blessed
go.
to perform with a lot of different people. Adele, Al Jarreau, George Duke, Janet. This is a long list.
I'm gonna tell you about Al Jarreau.
How you gonna tell
You
me?
tell us about Aldro. He was telling
I'm talking
us
about
story.
what he meant to me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
I didn't have any of his albums, and a friend of mine bought me his best of for my birthday. So I'm like, here, take this. I'm like, nigga, Al Jarreau? He said, trust me, Speed. I put that thing, I couldn't take it out. It was incredible. And you know, and back in the, you would hear Al Jarreau when they would play it on the radio. And you go,
Yes.
okay. No, incredible dude.
I always
Incredible
knew he was
musician.
incredible,
Yeah,
Speedy.
incredible. She ain't gonna be here tomorrow. Don't worry.
And so you said you were on tour with Janet, right? So what was the Janet Jackson tour like?
Which
Wait a
one?
minute, Speedy would tell us.
Which one? Excuse me. Yeah, you gonna tell us how it was, Speedy?
Tell us about
All
Janet.
right, this what happened.
Which tours were you on?
Right.
Escapade, All For You. That's about 5 of them.
Was Chucky Booker the?
No, I was after
After
my
Chucky.
fact, Rex
That was
Salas.
Rex Salas then.
That,
okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I came after Rex.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Rex is on the show too, our show.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay.
And the show is called.
The show is called An Evening with the Free Stone Collective.
Okay.
And
You gotta stay right, get
Yeah,
right on that
just
mic.
stay on there,
There you
turn
go.
them on.
You bring
it's
it to
the
you.
Free
There
Stone
you go.
There we
Collective.
go.
And we got some of the finest musicians that are going to be performing. And there's one member that's not here, and that's Tomoka Nakamura, saxophonist.
I would have messed that up. Show your love for.
Hachu.
Oh wow.
Look, go on and play. That's what I was saying.
And it's gonna be a great show. I got a good friend of mine opening up for me, Jammin' J Lamont.
All right, Jammin' J.
Super
Lamont.
funny
Man,
comedian,
yeah,
man.
super funny and a great guy. But you know what? Let me tell you something. The brother can sing.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Oh,
actually has a
yeah,
band.
he can
actually has
sing.
a band.
Oh, that's why you didn't call Speedy, because I was wondering. Like,
Yeah, he could sing. He sings very well.
what?
Yeah, it's stand-up's fire. It all goes together. Very, very talented brother. If you get a chance, if you've been on any cruise or you've been to any of the old school shows, you've seen Jammin' J. Lamont destroy the room.
Jammin' J. Lamont.
How long you guys been playing collectively? How long you been playing?
Wow. I started off as a drummer
Okay.
at 7.
Wow.
And I played in the church, and then
Yeah, church is where we are.
I met this guy who actually wound up being a good friend of his, named George Davis. They call him Chief. And we met at 13, and he played.
Okay.
And his father was a legend in Buffalo. And the more I hung around Chief got off the drums and started playing piano.
Because that's what all the girls.
So, and then when he moved to Oregon, I moved to learn the piano.
Okay.
And I've been playing ever since.
Now, do you ever go back and forth, or you just exclusively on the?
Well, I play sax. I
Okay.
play
Wow.
bass. I shouldn't have told Stoney that.
Hey, do me a favor, dog.
I play a few different instruments.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Kids play or no?
I have a daughter that's in theater.
Okay.
She's in New York. She's in the theater.
That's great.
And
get my
then I got a few of my. Then my oldest twin, she sings. The other one are closet singers. You know, they
Shower on, they sing.
Yeah,
all day in the car.
I don't know about this. But you know, you might walk in and they're singing. You know.
Okay, beautiful.
But and then my son is a recording engineer.
Oh, beautiful. That's good money.
Yeah, he went to Full Sail, so
That's good money right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my son over there. He ain't making no good money, but he's here. Start somewhere. Start with your daddy. And then, how about you, Stoney?
Well, I'm from Buffalo, New York, also.
Oh, wow.
And while they were coming up, I was almost an adult.
He's a legend. he's a legend, you know. He took on little old us. You know?
Wow.
And I moved out here later. I think I got out here in '85. And when I got out here, right away I got a tour with Martika, and that school name, you know. And I've been out here, and I've been playing mostly overseas. You
Okay.
know. I've done Charles Wright.
Okay.
Bloodstone.
Yes.
Yes, I was just playing that earlier.
Yeah, and also just a whole bunch of people,
That's
you know, that where you get hired. Hey, I need a bass player. Can you come? And they'll give you the charts and stuff like. I'll be sure. Country tours.
Oh, what was that like?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it
man.
different than the black tour? That's a good question. Is it different than the black tours?
Very much so.
Very.
They
Very
pay
much
you
so.
more.
On time.
On
Check
time.
clear.
That's always number one.
Anybody got to talk to you on the side?
Wait. Sometimes they pay you before they pay you.
Wow. Oh, I know that's right.
Hey, this is Cal. She like to cook, people. You on there over there, Bleach Stoney.
Yeah, but the country tours are very, very good, very good. You know, it's nothing like them. You know.
Now, we have a lot of people that I like saying this to them, but that listen to the show. Tell them how important it is to get your kids into music and just having that background.
Yeah, it is important to get if they show that
They
it
have
could
that.
be their passion.
Okay, that's the big thing. Let's pause with that.
Yes,
Because
Emily, what you doing?
you said, talking to Speedy, you said, tell them how important it is to get
Well-
your kids. Wait a minute. You said, tell them how important it is to get
Well,
your
you-
kids in the show business. And I
Not show
love
business.
Stoney
I
or
didn't
say
singing.
show business. Music.
I love
He
that
said
you
music.
said, you snuck it in there too, real cool, like with respect to Speedy, because we know Speedy and friends and he distributes the checks. Oh, not yet. But you said if it's their passion, and I love that. Okay, now you go ahead and
But I also believe too, though, Tangi, if you have kids and you put instruments around them, they'll either gravitate to them or they won't. So you can
But you
still
didn't say
do
put
that.
instruments
no, I'm
around
saying,
them.
but how
You said-
important? I said how important it is. So you can take
how
those
important it is
instruments-
to get them in the show business.
See, I had
Introduce them to.
How we let the musicians?
I had to.
Yeah.
I lived with my grandmother. She was district missionary in the church.
Had to.
So I had to find some way to stay awake to keep from my ass getting beat for falling asleep in church.
Oh wow! So you said I'm gonna go play.
You don't need drums wake me up.
I was playing every time because you know they were there from
Yeah.
Sunday school to YPWW, and they went to
Yeah.
4 churches in between.
You go on Saturdays for choir rehearsal, Friday night Bible study. You get there early Sunday morning, and then you come back. You go to dinner after the first service. You go to dinner. You come back for night service. Come on.
See, because
Yep.
and then
Yeah,
my
that's true.
Uncle John Boyd, he cleaned the church on Saturday. So I called him to pick me up just so when we finished cleaning up the church, you know, the back kitchen of the church,
Yeah.
when he went to do that, I could practice on the piano.
Wow.
Yeah. And I grew up a little bit different. My parents were never into like holiness or into church, but my dad was my stepdad later on. He was a classical pianist.
Wow.
Yeah, and my mom played piano and wrote songs.
So there's a piano in the house.
There was always a piano in the house, and this was just for growing up. You have to play. Because it teaches you a type of discipline.
Yes.
You know, because a lot of that's right.
My babies play violin. I just think they might be interested in other things, like your child might want to write. It might be an author. You know, I think that you introduce them to everything, but you go for what they show interest in.
But if she's
but you listen to your child's spirit too. Listen to your spirit, because maybe they say, no, I don't want to play the piano, but you can tell that is something that they can do. You say, well, let's just try it. Like I did my baby with Kung Fu. Just try it. And, Mommy, I don't want to. Just try it, baby. I don't want to. Just try it. Okay, Mommy. Now, Mommy, can I keep doing it? You know, and he likes it because I saw it. So, but go ahead.
Well, I wish my mom did that because I hated it.
But did you have to keep going?
Yes.
Because she saw something in it.
Yeah.
Saw a gift that you had.
No, it was a discipline.
Yes.
Well, for me, it was too. With my son,
yeah.
it started out being a discipline because I was like, "You're not controlling your emotions, darling."
Yeah, that helped too.
Is that what you said?
But
Yes, I said the only thing you can't control
Next
other
after
people.
that is go write a journal.
Because you know, no, I wasn't. You told me not to do that, but somebody would do something that would upset my son, and then he would like push him or hit him or yell at him or something. Then I have to get on him because it was something that he could have handled differently. So I said, you can't control other people. You can only control your reaction to other people. And I said, we either gonna get some therapy or we're gonna do some Kung Fu.
Well,
We did Kung Fu. So,
but I encourage everybody to get their children into some type of music.
I agree.
You know, if it's their passion or not, but
Yeah,
it will really help them with mathematics.
Yes.
You know, and that's important.
And at the end of the day, it's always something to fall back on.
It's always something
You know,
to fall back on.
You know, I can't even talk.
Take your
Getting
time,
laid
take your
off
time.
at your job, and you got this other skill. You know, somebody's always looking for a studio musician.
Well, my mother always said, always be able to do something with your hands. And that included music, that included carpentry, that included doing hair. She said, as long as you can do something with your hands, you can make a living. And I can't.
Well, you know, you can go rob. That's with
your hands.
That's a broad stroke, man. I'm using these. Get on the ground.
Music might even help you rob.
We should be in rhythm.
Well, it definitely get you pumped up.
Now, as far as is there still studio musicians now with so much? You know, everything is pretty much on the keyboard.
There's always going
always
to
gonna
be.
need 'em.
Yeah.
But then a lot of us have studios at home too.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, that industry has changed a lot.
Yeah.
You know, but there's always going to be session musicians.
Right.
You know, and if you can get your way into a clique or get your way into some type of genre that has a clique that is working, you know, you'll always be paid. And it's really hard to do. It's hard.
Oh, really?
To
get
yeah.
into that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a clique right now that is like a television clique. You know, and if you can go in the studio, they'll call you. Okay, we're going to play music for this episode. We're going to do this episode.
Wow.
That episode.
Good
That sound like
Yeah.
the Roots.
Right.
The Roots got it on lock. Seem like
Oh, they do all
for
the.
NBC stuff for
Do a
sure.
lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Not just the show.
No,
oh
a
no.
lot of stuff.
They
Yeah.
get a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of session players.
Yes, they do.
Shout out to the Roots. I tried to listen to that. It just didn't work.
I
love
love maybe
jazz,
not
but I
the
just couldn't
albums,
do
but
it.
they as musicians they're great.
Okay.
I mean, you
Maybe
got to
that's
watch them
what it
like on the Tonight Show, and they're fabulous. Like the way they can improvise, the way they can just sit in, and especially Questlove's knowledge of music, though, old school to now. No joke. You know, he was at the Soul Train party we went to, DJ, and it was.
Oh, you met Quest?
Yeah, he
Let me
actually
tell
knows me.
He is
My bad.
She has a fan.
He is
Tells
one of
the story
the
every
one of the
time.
nicest guys I know. I mean, that's a beautiful brother right there. He takes time out for everyone.
Yes.
You know.
And as a matter of fact, when he came to do this little Soul Train party, it's probably about this many people, and he DJ'd the whole night. Where you would have
For
thought
free.
he did
That's
a
what
couple
people didn't know.
songs and bounced. He was there till the lights came on.
That's right.
I was like, oh wow, we
right.
partied all the way till the lights came on. All 8 of us, right, Pam?
Right.
Pam, what instrument do you play?
Guitar.
Oh, okay.
You should come in and play one day.
Yeah.
Air.
Okay, see y'all later.
Look, they leaving now. All right, come on over here, Pamela. Yeah, she had a group. What was the group called?
Well, I had 3 names. When we were in Minneapolis at the time, we were with Brown Mark from the Revolution. It was called Mercedes.
I know Brown.
And then after that, when we got with Jimmy and Terry, we were called the Honeys. And then after that, we were called
Honeys.
She Factor.
Let's see if that group would have made it.
I remember.
Honeys. We were the female version of Maserati. There was a group that Prince signed. They had a song called 100 Miles an Hour. We were the female version of Maserati.
Oh, that's great.
Was there anyone you guys played with that surprised you, like wow, or either just their talent level that you didn't know it was that?
I was with Solomon Burke for
Wow.
7 years, and he bought it every time where the hairs on my neck, 'cause I don't have any, would raise up, and nobody wanted to go behind him. Not even the Rolling Stones.
Oh, really?
No, because after his show was like, what else is there to do?
Oh.
Really?
Now, he surprised me, and Nancy Wilson. She's
Vocally?
and professionally on stage. You know, she'll get on her. Well, she'll sit on her stool, cross her legs. It's just pure class, and everything was on point.
Wow.
Everything. Her vocals were on point. Her signaling to the musicians were on point. Whoever was soloing, she did some riffs with the soloist.
Nice.
It was on point. I mean, never a mistake.
Wow.
Never. You know.
Nancy Wilson.
Yeah, but Solomon Burke was the king.
Burke. And then for you?
Miles.
Oh, you play with Miles?
No.
What?
Let's share this with
So
you.
about to take a turn.
I was 19. I just moved from Buffalo to New York.
Okay.
And I was a freshman in college. But during the day, I worked as a messenger. And Warner Brothers gave me a ticket to pick up tapes at their office and drop them off at the Marquise Hotel. Wound up dropping them off to Miles.
Wow.
I knocked on the door. Oh, I'm coming. And
Now, did you know it was him?
when he opened the door,
when
yes,
you got ready to, you didn't know when you was dropping it off.
I didn't know who it was until he opened the door.
Wow. Oh my
And
God,
he had a
that's
grand piano in there. He says, put him on top of the piano. So I put it on. He said, you looking at that piano like you know what to do with it.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
I said, I know a little something.
something.
Let me hear you. And he sat down in this recliner chair.
Oh,
now,
my goodness.
remember back in the day, your grandmother used to have those umbrella buckets at the front of the door?
Okay,
Yes.
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 He had one of those, and he had a Crown Royal bag, and he reached in there and he put some stuff in his mouth, and all of a sudden you start hearing. I was playing my favorite things, and he was spitting the rice in the can. I say he kept his chops up.
Wow.
And yeah, that's why Miles was so far ahead, you know.
Wow.
And he was like, "You
right.
sound pretty good."
Yeah.
I said, "Thank you." He says, "Man," and he gave me some. He told me what to work on. Work on your left hand. Work on the chords on your left hand. Not knowing that him and Dizzy wrote the track.
Oh.
So he says, "What are you doing tomorrow night?" I says, "Nothing." I said, "I get off of work at 5." He says, "Meet me at the Carnegie Theater." I says, "Oh, okay."
Oh, my
He gave me 2 backstage all access passes. So I got the chance to see Miles, Dizzy. He introduced me like he knew me, you know. So after he gave me the passes, I went downstairs to Boulder's bookstore and bought his autobiography and took it back upstairs, and he signed it. So coming downstairs, I turned the corner, and I literally ran into Nipsey Russell.
Oh, my goodness.
And I says, "Mr. Russell, can I get your autograph?" He was like, "Sure." Sure. He says, "Oh, I'm going to see my friend now," because he looked at the cover of the book. He signed my book. He says, "Don't be flat, don't be sharp, just be natural."
Yeah.
And I tried to live by that.
Wow, that's like an anointing right there.
That's a good story.
That's a great
So he would
story.
spit rice into.
Yeah.
And what does
So
that
how
actually?
did-
What does that actually do for
This
trumpet
tongue.
player?
You have
Okay.
That's why he was so fast. Yeah. Miles was just so
Hey man, I'm a comic. Spitting policy.
I said rice, not sunflower seeds.
Policy. You
Well, I'll let
stupid.
you know where I'm from, L.A.
In the chat room, they want to know if either of you have ever played with Terrace Martin or Robert Glasper.
About 5 years ago, in New York, I got a chance to do a session with him,
Wow.
and he's like today's Herbie.
Yeah.
He's like the Herbie. These cats that are out like what's the dude Henry? That plays for he plays
Corey.
for Corey Henry, who plays for Snarky Puppy, and Robert Glasgow. Man, these cats is like
Unbelievable.
so far ahead of where I had a chance to last year at NAMM spent some time with Herbie 101, and he was saying, man, how far ahead that we are that he was at 19, because he was 19 playing for Miles, you know, and it was just the other keyboardists that came after them, you know, Chick Corea, Oscar D. Brown, these cats that came after. But we're so far ahead of where they were at that time, you know. Herbie is like 92 and making no, he ain't 92. Or Herbie, he's still making like $1 million a show.
That's beautiful, because I know we all have the things that we do, and running into Miles must have been something. Because I know when I did a show at Marla Gibbs, and she invited Richard prior to the show. And
Oh, my
I remember
goodness.
going on stage, doing my thing, and I went to the side, and I was like, I wonder if he saw me. And he came over and he said, "You were very funny," and walked
Oh
away.
my
wow.
goodness.
And I was good. I was
So
actually. after
you
that.
didn't turn around and he was gone.
No, I was just hoping he came. I made sure, like, he was sitting in the front, so I said, well, let me get on that side of the room, so he has to see me and let me know whether or not it was funny or not. And I'll probably go around the room.
Everybody have a moment where
Yeah.
You running the DJ Khaled? Or?
No. It wasn't a
He's
DJ.
a-
It was. I was. Even though I worked for the station, I was starstruck when I met Stevie Wonder. I had dinner with him actually.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
We did a. It was Keith Sweat, Joe, and somebody concert. He was in the audience, and I DJ'd. I was DJing a set in between the things. So afterwards, he came back, and Andre Russell, which is the
Yeah, I know
director,
him.
he came back. He said, "Ron, hey man, Stevie want to say something to you." I said, "What?" So I was all excited, and then I was like, "Okay." He said, "Hey man, I enjoyed your set. You were getting it." He said, "Okay." He said, "You want
saw
to
you.
have?" Yeah. He said, "You would." He heard. So he said, "You want to have dinner?" And that's when I saw he was going out with that chick I told you guys that played Baby Boy's mom.
AJ.
AJ Johnson.
Oh.
Yeah.
They were together. They were together, and they invited me to
Okay,
dinner.
that's exclusive.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. They used to be
I
together.
knew that. I don't know why. Scrambled eggs,
And I thought of a bad joke that I didn't even say.
See, there you go.
I was proud of myself.
Tangie, who'd you
for
run
not
into
saying
being
it.
an actress that you are?
There are a lot of people. Well, I've had a lot of moments, but I guess since I'm on the show and you'll ask me this question 15 more times, I'll say a different person each time. And so we'll start off with the very first. And y'all won't know this person probably, but this was when I first started going to Spelman. And I thought I had some talent, but I wasn't sure.
Mm-hmm.
And Vanette Carroll came.
Why does that sound familiar?
We'll talk about that later.
Impossible. What about you, Blue? I know her. Just
Well, that you actually you're wrong.
When you
okay, I'll come back.
you open up for a lot of different people, but I mean, it was it could have been the Whispers, it could have been Steve Perry. I mean, I've run into a lot of different people.
But nobody. I mean, the one that's just like, damn.
Oh, but wait a minute. What's the question? The one that just damn? What's the question?
I apologize. Yo.
What's the question, though? Is it the one that made me feel confident?
No,
but what's the question? You said the one that just damn? What's the question?
You answered it.
What's the question?
You answered it.
What's the question?
You answered it.
Because if I'm not going to tell you the whole story, then it's not the damn. Then it needs to be
you
somebody.
answered the question.
Then I need to maybe talk about Lily Tomlin or somebody. Because
Wow.
Who you had?
I had
that
a moment
with
with
like
Lily
he had
Tomlin.
his moment with.
Yeah.
Well, I've had a lot of them, but he didn't let me finish the first one. So then let's talk about Lily Tomlin then.
Next.
Because if I'm only going to say the person's name, then y'all will know Lily Tomlin before you know Vinette Carroll. Yes.
I have another one. Taking the A train and getting on it like around 59th Street.
Okay.
And these
New
two,
York City?
New York City. And these two guys, it was like, hey, where you going? I says, I'm going to the Blue Note. What's happening at the Blue Note? Open session night. Well, you mind if we hang out? I said, sure. So we went. We got off at 4th Street, walked upstairs and around the corner, and got inside. And they got a table. And it was a guy like Cody Moffitt, Lafayette Harris. These cats has gone on to play with some like Anita Baker and all these other cats. And so me not knowing
Who the two guys were.
So after the show, I mean, they treated for food for me and all that. And they says, hey, Will, can you meet us at the Penn Plaza Hotel? I says, across the street from the Garden? He says, yes. Can you meet us there tomorrow evening? I says, sure. So I went, man, they had a nice spread. Now, meanwhile, I'm the only brother. Right? So the old big spread and stuff. So it says, okay, well, we're taking a bus across the street. The bus across the street, you walk right across to the Garden. So we took the bus underneath the Garden and so on, still not knowing who they were. And so I have a backstage pass. So I'm walking around, all around here. Come to find out, it was Steven Tyler and Danny Vito, the bass player for Aerosmith.
Tyler.
And still, I may get an email every once in a while. Hey, Will, how you doing, and so on. But it's like, and that was at the height of Aerosmith.
Wow.
I always say, to me, I think rock and roll stars are I think you go rock and roll, rap, actors, and I'll go R&B singers before actors, but I think rock and roll, rap get
Well,
that.
we done fell down to the bottom of the list.
I'll go third. I'll let you go third. Where I think at one time in the 70s, you go rock and roll and then you go R&B, but I think those rap stars, because the girls, it's so many girls and they're younger. They lose their goddamn mind. So
I know I never thought of myself as a big rock and roll fan, but when I met Gene Simmons, and he had on the full guard,
where was this at?
when we did Why Him,
Oh, okay.
I lost my mind.
Really?
I did, and I wish I could get some of that footage because I got to do a lot of physical stuff with them, but I lost my mind. I just lost, and I took pictures of everything. I touched him. I got us on video together with our tongues out. It was amazing.
Why men are so different than women? It's like, oh, I touched him.
Yeah.
Oh, he hung out with them, and we were like,
Ben
yeah, I
can't do
met
that.
him.
I touched her.
When I talk about the touching though, because he had on that his uniform, and I y'all know me. I was like, so how heavy are these boots? And does this hurt? And I was, he got things, and I was pointing at him, and can I feel, what is that? Oh, is that real?
It's foam, I think, right?
No.
No, it's not?
No, that thing is heavy, and they were talking about how you got to stay fit because nobody wants to see a fat old man with his stomach out.
Yeah.
Because they had it out. Yeah, but I was fascinated and looking at his hair, and
So we gonna hear about her sexual.
The restraining order is still on.
But the things now, I don't know. The big stars doesn't get me. It's being around him like once a week for rehearsal, and it's like doing my homework. And with Stoney, you playing all right. He smiled.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that's
but it's
nice.
just those are the little things that mean so much more than the big artists is.
Now, do they still? I know when they did the James Brown story, and they were showing how when he was doing this to the band, he was taking money away because somebody was missing a note. Does
Prince
that still
did that.
happen?
Prince did
Thanks for the idea. Yeah, but but that still happens.
Okay,
That-
so you'll look back.
I was on a show with James Brown in Spain, and you really didn't know when he did it. He perfected it so much. You know? You know,
But you
and he
we
point-
think he pointing at you like you.
No, he's taking his money from a horn player or a drummer or
Wow.
something, and he had his assistant on the side, and
Docking.
that's right. Here we go, and we're just docking it.
Wow.
Now, who else? Does anybody do that still to this day? Or you
I'm
think?
I'm sure they
Oh,
do.
you-
I'm right now. I'm playing for a guy named Swamp Dog, Jerry Livingston, Jerry Williams Jr., who's a cult legend. I mean, every time we go overseas, he does not have to sing a word.
Wow.
The crowd is singing. It's sold out shows, you
Okay.
know. But you know, I can tell he's used to. He can dock somebody, but he has it. But he'll blow you out the water. You know, he'll be you know, the intro he'll play, and the drummer might mess up, or the other keyboard player might mess up, and he'll say, "Now hold it, hold it, hold it. What the hell, y'all motherfuckers?"
You got to play it out. Yeah, we
And he said, "We're gonna start this shit over. If he's on your band, he's the one that messed up. He will point you out, you know." But yeah, I had an embarrassing moment when I came to LA, and I was playing basketball at Poinsettia Park.
Whoa, I used to play there as well.
Yeah, I was playing basketball when I got out here, man.
Yeah,
and-
look at me like,
Yeah, what position did you play?
Shut up. It's a pickup game. Go ahead with the story. I was a center in a pickup game.
Well, we had just got off the court, and this guy walks in, and we're shooting around. You know how you shoot around on the basket where they ain't playing, right? And so the guy says to me, "Hey, were you in here practicing the other day? You know, because I was with a band, and they rented the gym to practice." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, you guys sound pretty good." I said, "Thank you." He said, "Do you write?" I said, "Yes, I do." He said, "Oh, that's great, great. Have you had any songs published or anything?" At that time, I didn't. I said, "No, I don't." I said, "Do you write?" He said, "Do I write? Psst, I'm the greatest songwriter of all times," you know. And so I'm looking at this cat. I said, "This dude is crazy," you know. I said, "Oh yeah? Well, what did you write?" He said, "Man, this is what I wrote. I wrote every Temptation hit there was." I said, "Who you think you are? Norman Whitfield Jr.?" He said, "That's right. That's me." And I had to look at him. I said, "Oh my God, it's Norman Whitfield." Then I was like, "Oh, my career is crushed. I'm gonna get blackballed."
Won't be working there.
But he took me in and stuff, and we hung out and we listened to each other's songs and stuff like that. He was very, very nice. But what he
I'm
said,
trying
he
to
was,
remember whose
That's
unsung
funny.
he was on when they talked about him.
oh really?
I forgot whose unsung it was, but they really went through who he was to
Yeah.
Motown. Then he leaves Motown,
Yeah.
starts his own thing, and then that blows up even more.
that's right,
Yeah.
that's right.
So what's the weirdest place you guys perform?
Stand up. Mm-hmm. Oh,
His living room.
I've done churches, kids. I've done two people in the audience. I got one. I told that story. So Angela and Renee. So Renee, who had made a lot of money working with Michael Jackson, decides he's gonna go out on the road, but he don't have no new album. He made an album, and then he was gonna go out now. So I meet him at a comedy show. He's like, "Yo, I want you to open for me." I was like, "All right." I go to his house in Ladera, and so we're talking, and he said, "I got this album, so we're gonna go on the road." I'm like, "All right." The money was there. He had 2 18-wheelers. He had a full band, lights, everything. We get to, I think we're in South Carolina somewhere, and it was this many people in the audience. Now I'm opening the show. I walked out. I said, "Yeah, hey, everybody, just grab your phone. I'm gonna text you the joke I'm gonna do. You let me know if you like it or not." And we do 4 cities like that. And so the whole time Renee was just like, "Well, you know, this is what we're gonna do, guys." And he's paying everybody getting their money. And he said, "We're gonna go back to LA, we're gonna revamp." So we go back to LA, and then we go out with Mint Condition.
I know that wasn't empty.
We go out with Mint Condition. And then his band and Mint Condition's band leaders get into a fight.
Oh goodness.
on the first show. So Mint Condition lead. They don't fuck with us. Yes. And that was the most. But I still got paid, which was cool. But it was just awkward. And I mean, we were doing 3,500 seaters. And it was maybe 8 or 9 people. Because they were like, because then they would play the advertising and then they have to play the Angela and Renee song. And for people to go, oh, that's who's going to be here. By the time you went, oh, we was out of town already. So that was very awkward. That was just, yeah, it was like, and I felt I got paid, so I didn't feel too bad. It was like, because usually in that situation, they're like, can I talk to you over here? No. But he was a cool brother. He paid everybody. But when I tell you, I wanted to tell him so bad, maybe you shouldn't go out. Maybe you should let this album play on the radio. And he was self-releasing, so he was selling it. Well, he sold it at the show. He only sold one record.
Wow.
Shout out to Renee. If you have people listen, don't. Oh, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
He made a lot of money with Michael. Trust me, he fine.
He made a lot of money with Renee and Angela.
Yes, he did.
Because she sued him for $9 million. Well, he sued her for $9 million.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Did he get it?
He got it.
Before or after he went on tour
This
with
was during the
Speedy?
time she was married to Ronald.
Oh, yeah, Joe.
No, he got paid.
It is the Rollout Show right here at RolloutStudios.com. We got live music in the building. We'll take a quick break. Can y'all play us the break? Can you got anything? Anything y'all want to play that you're going to be? Because they're performing. Where at, Pam? You got the card.
They are performing Saturday, November 25th at Hotel Indigo. Do you guys hear me?
Oh,
Yes.
Hotel Indigo.
Yeah, Hotel Indigo, and I can't remember their address, but that's downtown LA.
And we have tickets to give away.
Yes, we have some tickets with
I don't know.
Tamoka, Stoney, Dixon, and Sure Will. They will be there.
And you guys do cover songs? You have your own songs?
Yeah.
Cover songs.
Cover songs.
songs.
Oh, that's
So
very nice.
come and have a great time. You're going to hear some music that you know and love. They're going to take us to break. When we come back,
What do we have today? So
we got blue. Top 5 songs. Here's your top 5.
Right, so then get
So
ready.
get it together. Top 5 songs you play when you're trying to break up with somebody. And they come over and you don't want to say nothing, you just want to give them a hint. What's about to happen?
Okay.
What's the top 5 songs? Do you understand what I just said?
Yeah, I'm just trying to give him a hint. I want him to know when he hear the song. Something's going on.
Right.
Because most men,
Okay.
we don't catch it till probably the 3rd or 4th song. Like, hey, bitch, what you trying to say?
Okay.
Where women, the first song you play, why you playing that?
Play that?
Yeah, so they know right off the top.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
do that. I do that. Why you play that song?
All right, first 5 songs that you play to get somebody out of your life. Let's go to the break.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, it's the Rollout Show. It's an easy Tuesday. It's your boy, Speed Doggy Dog in the
It's your
building.
boy, Speed Doggy Dog.
Yeah, I'll talk over the vocals. Hey, ladies, I know you see me and you're like, he's kind of cute.
That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
don't repeat that. But I'm in the house, ladies.
I'm in the house, ladies.
We can do this.
We can do this all night.
I can talk over the vocals as the music plays in the background.
As the music plays, I can talk over the vocals, baby,
I can come over your house late night.
and rob you, and rob you.
And just be around your parents and let them meet who I is.
For what?
Even if they don't like me, I don't give up. Cause your daddy's really not your daddy.
I'm trying to be your daddy. That's why I'm here, baby, late night.
And I sure give whoopings late at night.
Tangy, it's gonna work out for you one day.
You'll find somebody
That you can have it high, baby.
that you can live and lie and drive her crazy.
Pam, you can play your instruments for your next man.
Pam, you can play that artificial instrument you always talk about.
It's real niggas.
DJ Ron, they'll let you play and be a DJ one day.
Now that they play CDs, And karaoke is the favorite song of the night.
We getting it in right now. It is the Rollout Show right here, Rollout Studios. It's your boy, Speed Doggy Dog, the funniest motherfucker you ever gonna meet. In the building we have.
Nikki Pam.
In the building we have.
Blue Mitchell.
In the building we have.
DJ Ron C.
In the building we have.
Tangy Ambrose, heaven high.
And sitting at the table.
Yes! That's my friend. Speedy,
my bad.
relax.
Sitting at the table. Who we got, Pamela?
No, who we got? Tangy.
Oh, shit. That's right. Tangy took it
Girl
from
who
us.
I love so much, the very beautiful, talented, spiritual, soul-hearted,
on the wrong
super
shoulder.
fine Tammy Townsend.
You know, spiritual. You know, Tammy atheist.
Yeah, you,
I am not.
I'm joking.
I am not.
I'm just, she believe in.
yeah, you can put it right.
This damn thing is.
They keep it like that so we won't steal it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was going to say it's heavy. I was going to say yeah, that's what she said. But look here. That's on Friday. What have you been doing, girl?
I'm on a show called Casey Undercover with.
I knew that. Oh, just sitting there.
With Zendaya, I play her mom, and Kadeem Hardison plays my.
Oh, that's right.
My
Yes.
husband on the show. Yeah.
And we watch it all the time because my
Disney
baby's
Channel.
recorded every day.
And that means my daughter Madison gonna be like, "No, you weren't with her." I was like, "I was with her." Yes. No. So she's gonna be all geeked up about that. How was second season? What season is it?
It's third season.
Third season. Wow, that's great.
Third season.
Disney, don't
Disney
you guys?
checks.
just-
Wow.
That's a great check. Okay, it's a check.
Well,
Disney Channel.
A check is a check is a check.
Check.
Yeah,
You-
true that.
You ain't at Taco Bell going, "What you want again?" I know I look like that girl Townsend. What you want?
Or at the Rollout Show, right, DJ Ron?
You know what I mean?
Check was Speedy, okay.
Yeah, I worked with Kadeem on.
Yes, about you, Speedy, because it is
Yes, this
Speedy
Speedy.
and Friends. So
Find
tell
your
us,
letter
Speedy,
in that.
What was your experience
Yeah,
when
where
you
did
worked
you
with
work with
Kadeem?
We'll talk after the show. When him and Tommy Davidson had a show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had a show.
Yeah.
And
you know, she's like, yeah, she gave you that.
No,
It was too fast.
It was too fast. Say it again.
I had the show with him and Tommy.
Oh, what was the show?
Oh, you had a show with him?
No,
and
I
Tommy?
did. Girl, I was hit the wall. Tangy.
I worked with Kadeem too.
On what?
On what?
Mm-hmm.
On what?
On
Get you minutes.
Abby.
That's
Abby, thank you very much.
That's how you know somebody. Look, I called James. Well, you know
But
James?
it was Kadeem, it was Sydney Tamar Portier, it was me and Tammy Townsend.
Oh, nice.
Hello.
No, I joke with. Yeah, thank you. That's right.
Go right
I
ahead.
joke with Kadeem all the time because we first played like boyfriend and girlfriend, then we got married. I'm like, the next thing we're gonna do is be grandparents together.
Right.
We keep. It's like one of
Wow.
the people that you keep
Y'all
bumping
fit.
into.
Y'all got a good chemistry. Is probably what it is.
Yeah,
too.
that's really
Yeah,
what
or
it is.
something. Something's
Yeah.
happening.
And the
So-
checks involved. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Who
It's checks
cares?
involved, so I don't
Right.
care. Exactly.
You come-
I mean, I do care. That some things I wouldn't do.
Now, do you have
But,
kids?
What?
Yeah. Microphone and headphone, huh? Your headphones don't work.
I do not have children.
Shut up.
I don't.
You are a unicorn.
She's so pretty.
Well, thank
you
you.
are.
No.
I like this warm and friendly people over here, man.
Like never ever gonna have. You good?
Well, I'm 47 years old.
No,
so
you're
I
not.
want her to
Stop
have
that.
some.
Stop that. No, you're not.
I'm
least one.
47.
You a
Sweetie,
baby.
just-
So what does that mean?
Hilarious.
That means my eggs might be dusty. So and
No, they're not.
So
not
I'm-
yet.
I'm-
I had a great joke.
Wait.
This one good. Put that in there.
exactly.
This one here, no. That ain't-
You never thought about freezing any?
I did, but I didn't
I
have the
did
cash
too.
at the time,
Right.
so I couldn't do
Stay
it.
right on that mic.
And usually
There you
when women think about it, it's either we don't have the cash or it's too late.
Yeah.
The doctor's like,
Yeah.
you don't need to freeze
Me
these.
Well, you black.
I thought
So black women, you.
On
Now,
the
if you was
outside,
a 47-year-old white woman,
I don't know
Yeah.
whether.
You scramble up the
And
eggs.
the
Okay.
doctor told me when I had my babies, because I was 39 and 41, they said that you have taken care of yourself, and you have.
Yes, you have.
And so your eggs are young. They're healthy like you're healthy. Now, if you were old and raggedy beat up, then your eggs would be old,
Crackhead.
raggedy beat up.
But
yeah.
Tangi, I met a woman that was 26 years old, and she had eggs of a 44-year-old.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
she
was
didn't
gonna
take
say-
care. If you don't take care of yourself,
She was slim. Like she
must have chewed
but
her
slim
back over.
doesn't mean healthy.
Because
Yeah.
crackheads always be having a lot of babies.
Yeah, but then you don't want them. You gotta do too much with them. All right.
Tammy, would you adopt?
That was my next thing. I would
Yeah.
adopt. I'm thinking about it right now, as a matter of fact.
Are you
know what
are
I
you
mean?
single? Guys
I'm
in chat room
single.
wanna
I'll
know.
be.
Not that they got.
Oh, so you
they
could
got-
be the mommy though, because if somebody got kids and you go, hey, there's some little niggas in there you can go love.
Okay, here we go. They're probably not gonna like me at this. It's really difficult. I really gotta love somebody. You know,
take
when
their kids on.
Yeah,
'Cause their kids will have
are
that-
some-
Yeah.
They get attitudes,
Yeah.
and even some of like you would think like just the women, the young girls do. The
They're the
boys
hardest
do.
one. They're the hardest one.
Yeah. So it's like it's tough for
Single.
me.
But you
I'm
know what?
single.
I had a girlfriend do an adoption where the adopted mom chose her. They worked together. She was in the birthing room when the girl had the baby. The girl gave her the baby, and the doctors wanted to separate them. And she said, no, we all want to be together. And now the baby is 2. She stays in contact with the birth mom. They send pictures all the time.
That's
She
kinda
done had
weird.
another baby. It's a beautiful situation.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to.
What do you call her?
I'm being
Birth
outright-
mommy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her birth
Canal
mommy.
mommy?
That's her.
Now, mommy.
That's her birth
Pussy mommy right
Yeah.
here.
Oh God.
The hat, the pussy hat. Y'all see
I can't hear
your
you,
mind.
Speedy.
Your
I don't
mind
have
is wrong
on
place.
headsets. I can't hear you.
All right, fellas, tell us. The show is when again? You guys show is on the. You got
It
the microphone.
is
Yeah, you got the microphone.
November 25th.
Which is a
Saturday.
Saturday,
It's the
yes,
week
'cause
is
we
the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
So all the turkeys
Oh,
should
decent.
have been in digest. I'm
Yeah.
going to be on leftovers though, but
Downtown at the
Indigo.
Indigo. You been there, Bill?
No.
I haven't.
I thought it was a
13.
Social 13
Penthouse, yeah.
at the Penthouse. Okay.
Ooh, the
So
Penthouse.
it's called the Freestone Collective, and it's let me make her Tomoka. Did I say it right?
Very good, Pam.
Thank you.
Use your finger.
She's a saxophonist. We got Stoney, the bassist, and Sure Will. We'll be there November 25th, y'all. Get your tickets. And actually,
And we have something to give away,
we
which
have
is
something
kind
to
of
give
cool.
away,
Oh.
and I think we're gonna figure out how we're gonna do it.
Tammy gonna bring them to you. Don't have your kids at the door. That's all.
You my new
That's me here from the Disney Channel.
Say something about your friend.
Cool.
Jay Lamont.
Jay Lamont.
Oh, I gotta get his number.
Okay.
I gotta get
It's
Jay's
on
number. Jay, I gotta get your. I thought I had it in my phone. I don't have it, or maybe I got it in something else, but it didn't pop up. So I gotta get Jay's number from you. Hey man, thank y'all for coming.
Oh, but wait a minute. Before y'all leave, do y'all have one song that y'all play if you want to break up with somebody?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what's
One
your?
You know-
song that we want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
did
if
you do a play?
Breakup song?
well, if you're
Yeah, the
gonna
break-
break up with a lady,
And she in the
and
audience.
you don't want to tell her with your mouth, you just want her to hear this song and get the message.
She's gone.
Na 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 na, hey, hey, goodbye. Yes, okay.
Now we
Hilarious.
Hey,
goodbye.
Right in her face.
We were talking about earlier Orange Juice Jones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I followed you.
I know, Tam, you ain't never heard that. I know you be like, nigga, get out.
I've been dumped before. I've been dumped. It's happened.
Shut up.
It's happened.
What's his name? We blow him out right now.
Nah, it's all good.
He-
It's good.
Like,
Actually,
what did he say? Like, yo, this ain't working
It's
out.
not you, it's me. You know that thing. You know that thing.
and it was
Nick,
him.
turn her up
He
some
was
more.
right.
And me.
And then he saw it on TV next month.
No, actually, I saw him a few months ago, and I was like, oh, wow, man, I dodged a bullet. Thank you.
He over there scratching.
Basically.
Security.
Right. Yeah, it worked out good.
God, you got no way.
And,
Like,
you can't even explain it to your friends. You know, be like, hey man, I had to break up with Tammy. You what?
you did. That's when your boy go, hey man, I gotta go. Where you going? I'll be right back. Nigga. Hey Tam.
You know what? She
Checking
left
in
her
on
hat
you.
over my house. Can I get
The random friends coming through. I left a beanie. No, can I come look? Anyway, again, that's the 25th.
It's called the Freestone Collective, and we
If
got
you love music, man, go
all
check
three of
check
these-
these brothers out and young ladies.
at the Hotel Indigo.
You remember the group Crystal back in the 80s?
Crystal.
That was Linda Stokes and
Robbie Dance.
yes.
Robbie's
Dance
singing
is
with-
us.
Oh, Rodney
Rob-
Dance. Okay.
So a part of Crystal from back in the day is going to be singing with the group. So they have a collective
Michael Stokes'
of
wife.
different people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Blue.
Oh, I mean,
I started to go, yeah. I started to just go, yeah. I know, yeah.
Crystal was on
I got it.
Motown. I was on Motown at 17 at that time.
Motown in the building. See
All right.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you,
Thank
brother.
you.
All right, have a-
Appreciate you bringing the real stuff, not no DAT machine. Like
Right.
those niggas show up with some DAT machine. Yeah. You gonna get me in trouble.
I know.
So somebody broke up with him. I mean, like he woke you up, was like, hey, walk me through it. This how'd he go? Like,
What's his name, Tyrone?
how did that?
I knew it was something. What am I doing? Just too loud? We saying?
No, he's
Oh,
talking
so
to
you
him.
in?
Will you hand me that headset?
Oh yeah, we're just trying to get the headset
We
for
try
Kenny.
not to work you
You know, I
here.
mean, I knew something was happening because he wasn't as attentive. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So, yeah.
So y'all wake up and he don't really say nothing to you and just go in the other room or
Yeah, it was kind of quiet and distant and stuff. And I'm like, hey, you know what's going on? Well,
now, wait a minute, whose house is this?
it was his house.
Oh, that's why he did.
Well, apartment.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, it was apartment.
well.
Apartment.
His mama house, you know.
He paying it.
That's right, Blue. He was paying.
So let me ask you:
Most
are
of
you
the time.
looking to be in a relationship, or you like being
am.
single right
Shut
now?
up.
I would love to be in a relationship. Absolutely.
All right, so when's your birthday? Not
Yeah, not that
year.
that matters.
I mean,
She's
what
a
month?
Leo.
I already told you I was
Yeah.
47 years
No,
old.
no.
So
Leo, baby.
I am a Leo.
Mean.
No, she's
she's
not.
not
No,
mean.
not Tammy.
Girl, you don't let me finish what I'm saying.
Go ahead and finish what you're saying, but she not
My
mean.
sister Leo, and they could be
No, we talking about mean or moody.
that too.
That's a difference.
Okay, so your vice would be what? What's the thing you cannot
The
tolerate?
for
thing
your
that
problem.
I hear a lot
Yeah.
from men is you do everything. You so independent.
Oh.
Where do I fit into
So you're
your
not
life?
stroking them eagles
Oh,
enough,
they,
pretty much.
they
Remember I talked
yeah,
about
we
that.
talked about
you
that.
say we need to
We
make
all
y'all
do
feel
therapy on
needed.
Yeah, men have to feel needed.
Yeah,
And I
they
just
do.
learned that with this relationship.
Needed.
Oh, she got her own house.
Yeah.
She got her own
She on
job. She got her own
TV.
car.
Yeah.
She on TV. She bathe herself. Work
Hilarious.
out
We hope so.
Can you make yourself come?
Oh,
Well,
wow.
On the Friday.
I do take care of myself. Thank you. All right.
As soon as you come
Yeah.
in, plug that in. Okay.
So all you need is a penis and a cigarette.
You don't want to hear this when you walk in the door. Hey, baby, you got any D batteries? Not on me, bitch.
But
Carry batteries
listen,
with
fellas. Okay, so you just heard all the things that she does that we do. Take care of ourselves, and still she says, "I would love to be in a relationship." Why?
I'm getting older.
Right.
And
No, you good.
no. I'm getting older, and I want to have the companionship. But
That's
but
what
the
she
thing
can't do by herself. That's
Yeah, you
one
can't
thing,
have
y'all.
that,
You
true
can't
that.
have
No.
companionship alone. Go ahead.
exactly. And I want a partner. A teammate. We can kind of.
But what does he do in it? Because he needs to feel needed. So what is his part?
You don't have to be
a teammate. If we're teammates,
Yes.
what does he do?
Yeah, I mean, what if you brought him into your circle, into your world? What would he be able to add at this point? Because all of the list that
Yes,
Tangi
look,
named,
I'm gonna help y'all out. The bills are paid. Got a new car.
Right.
What? All I do? Hey, baby, you need me sweet?
Got somebody come
You
in.
going? Look, you going to the studio? I can hold your script. Want me to read your lines with you?
Yeah.
He
I'll
gonna
be
lying.
Kadeem. Look, I'll be Kadeem.
They mentally gonna have to be on the same level.
Oh,
Yeah,
Right.
mentally, spiritually, all the stuff that's invaluable to me. Okay, because I did after when you asked the question, I was like, what can he do?
Because my batteries work.
Right, girl.
Because sometimes they go out.
What?
I mean,
It's that drawer right by the bed, the one
Oh, I got
where the
mine
knob is
full
worn
as fuck.
down.
And I got him in shit.
Right. Okay, we
Allegedly.
can go back to that in a second because I would like to talk to the ladies about that. But love.
Right. I know
Love.
what you're saying. Just
Yeah, just
Love you for who you.
yes.
Okay.
do you cook?
Unconditionally.
Do you cook?
No, she from L.A.
Well, he cooked.
Wow.
Oh, come
Shit.
on now.
I'm from LA. I
LA.
cook.
Listen, I tried to
cook.
cook. And
See?
they was like, don't you ever.
How you burn water?
God damn it.
I mean,
You fuck up the top ramen.
right. But I tell you what I do, I clean very well. So if I have somebody who can cook, I will clean the shit out of the
Okay.
kitchen.
So you can get the pots and pans as you.
Oh yeah, all day long.
Oh,
I got it. Sweeping.
Okay, so
all
that's
that.
one thing.
Painting.
If we can find a man who
Okay,
can cook,
you gotta be able to cook.
But
cook
all
and,
men
and,
can cook
and
better
have
than women now.
conversation.
No,
right?
my man could cook.
She nice, but I can go.
Yeah, I know you can go. Yeah, you can go. My man could go too.
I ain't clean.
And I'm
up.
Chef Boy, you black.
Okay.
Right.
He is.
He had the barbecue at his house.
Yeah, he
and,
could.
and when he got the hat on, the apron. He in full. He got both
It's
things.
serious.
He bam.
That's right.
Hey, sweet, I got them lamb for you, and I've never
Oh,
had
I love lamb chops. Oh,
it
yes.
was so I had to act, he like go ahead and taste that.
Wait. He put it up to your
He
mouth
took
like
the
that?
fork, and he went. I went.
That's a man code. I'm just
I went
saying.
like that, and it was oily.
It is not.
It was oily to me.
Yeah.
Speedy, you don't like shit.
I wish I had been there. I would have tried it too.
I would have.
He
With some
also
mint.
tried
Wait,
salmon.
Did you have some mint with it?
You don't.
I don't know. He
Ju-
cooked it.
You had to have some mint with that lamb. Yeah. Yes, Lord.
No, he didn't. Again, he stuck it, put it like
He
this.
said you
and I
said he
took
put it
off.
in your mouth.
No, I.
That's what you said.
You ain't gonna be here tomorrow. What you doing tomorrow, Tim? You wanna come in and sit in this seat? I got the same hair color. We'll play it off. Give it up for Pam. She's lightened up in this month.
Pam looked like she could cook.
Oh, I can throw down.
man.
I mean, even the way she got her hair, like it's a cauldron or some shit.
It's a what?
Cauldron.
Cauldron.
No, Pam. I give her as much as she talk. I didn't went on a gang of time. I just come through. I was just hanging out. See what you doing?
Well, or like we've been having a lot of meetings at my house. He was, did you cook? No, nigga.
That's the only reason I come to your house.
At this point, I'd rather not cook.
No.
My kids got to eat every day, 3 times. That's what I'm thinking about every day. What am I gonna feed them today?
Yeah.
What do you cook?
Enough.
I mean,
Oh, I mean, no. But,
Your
but-
friend snapped. No,
she
bitch.
did. I know. Like,
Bitch.
she checked me.
Like no, that wasn't for you enough. But like last night, I made them some cube steak and gravy and
Okay.
For kids?
and and
Yeah, I
rice
think
and
so.
All
cabbage.
that come in the Hungry Man meal.
You know,
Hungry Man meal.
spaghetti and fried chicken, a lot of chicken, baked chicken, boiled chicken, asparagus, crabs.
Okay,
you know,
okay,
they
all
really
right.
like artichoke. But I get tired of thinking about meals.
So
What
what
to
would
do.
you want someone else to do it, or you want to hire someone to do that?
I
Or
want to
you-
hire someone.
Wow.
I want somebody to come in and cook delicious,
Like a
healthy
Uber cooker.
meals. Yep, and I just sit and cross my legs.
Mm.
That's what I
It's
want.
like Oprah.
Nigga
huh?
cook, you gotta
Chef.
do one across your legs. Crack
Yep.
them motherfuckers open, make it pop.
Hilarious.
So a man that can cook, be a little bit more confident about who you are.
And he has to have conversation with her.
Oh, yeah, you
Okay.
gotta have
Listener,
verbal
good listener.
skills.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, good.